So this part would be the intro, and this part is exactly right after that title sequence whenever I say this is what the video is and this is what that. During this point of the video is when I will be talking about myself, where I come from, and that I'm in the computer animation program at Full Sail. For the introduction part, I will be doing different types of gestures, of course, like filming me and all that, and also... yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna say interact with text or anything that's above the ordinary. For example, I'll be interacting with transitions or anything sort of to entertain the audience and keep their attention on me. Once I'm done with the intro and introducing myself and doing all that stuff to keep the audience entertained and kind of grasp the audience into the video and the message, I will then be moving on to my backstory part, which is the beginning of my story, which is like right here. Through this time, I will be using this technique to tell the backstory on how I got to where I am, to the part where my troubles led in my childhood, to where I had hope and made it through where I am. This section will be no longer than 3 minutes, mostly around the 2:30-2:40 mark. It will be mostly of what the message comes from. Now for the middle portion of my video, which is this spot, after I finish talking about my intro, also talking about my backstory on the whiteboard and voiceovers, I will now be pretty much talking about my present and how I got to Full Sail. And so at this point, like I did at the intro, I will be interacting with words, moving transitions and all that, and sort of switching locations so people don't have to see this normal background, sort of like, ooh, for example, like my room. Some of the speaking will be done as well, just talking about my history, moving props. When I'm talking about different things, I will be using props, anything to do with my history. For example, I do have a Full Sail package right over here that I will be using whenever I get my Mac. But I can also move locations like, also when taking the camera and go ahead and start moving in different areas, even in my hallway. But like I said, I will be moving around the house every now and then, and just again to keep the viewer entertained so they don't get bored of the same exact background over and over and over again. Alright, now that we're back, I get to talk to you guys about the rest of the video. So once I talk about my intro and then also my storyboard, then I will be talking about my future. And my future is more of pictures that I will be using for like my sketch. For example, I've done this, or and I will also interact it with text and see, like, here's another object right here. And also just different types of pictures and different types of visual aspects in which the reader can also be like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. And I hope this all comes together as the video as well, when they look at the video like, wow, that's the way I looked at different types of TED Talks, and I like the way that they're presenting them. And so my way, I like interacting with different objects like in the video editing world that you can't do in physical life. How Full Sail got me there, what Full Sail will do for me, all the materials I've learned online, what I want to do, what I want to become, what I actually want to do in the industry, how my past has to do with my future and my present, and I'm so happy that all the bad stuff that's happened to me in the past actually happened to me today. It sounds a little bit odd, but I'm actually very happy that the stuff in the past helped me today to help me in the future. I want people to understand, and that's how I had my hope, and that's how I live life. Hope in life is the theme of the video, and that's what I want people to get out. I want them to have hope so they can go and live life the way that they should. But they look back at this video and they're like, oh wow, he's gone through what I've been through. Well, this video would be meant to like share to someone. I want it to be that inspirational video. So once I've gone through all the stages with my intro, my beginning, middle, and now I've talked about my future and end, I will now start doing my closing statements, such as, thank you so much everybody for watching. If you would please share this video, something along the lines of that, so it can get out there and reach people. And it's far beyond just a project for a class, because I don't want it to be just some project for a class. I want it to actually touch people's lives. For example, the example you used about how you use the different students, that like I want it to be shared out there, inspire other kids to go out and do a video like this to help change the world. But pretty much for my first draft, that's what I wanted to do, so I have a visual aspect of this timeline. But now that I have a visual representation of an actual video, I can just go back in and clip it, just put it in order so it'll be a whole lot easier. Instead of storyboarding it out, I'll just make an actual video. So I'm very, very happy to do this project, and I hope you enjoyed my first draft. I look forward to making the rest of the video, but thank you. You have a fantastic rest of the day.